Top 6 Hollywood celebrities who actually know martial arts. Watching a well-choreographed fight on screen is always exciting. It's a spectacle that has fascinated action movie fans since childhood. Over time, viewers develop a trained eye and can easily tell how realistic a movie fight really is. If something feels off, the falseness and the actor's lack of real combat training become obvious almost immediately. Today, let's talk about the talents and abilities of 6 original and somewhat unconventional Hollywood actors who genuinely practice martial arts. I deliberately avoided the usual names like Bruce Lee, Jet Li, Dolph Lundgren, Chuck Norris, and Jean-Claude Van Damme. There are already countless lists about them, and frankly, they've been discussed so much that it's become a bit repetitive. So here are 6 Hollywood actors who actually have real martial arts backgrounds. 1. Paul Walker. Paul Walker, one of the main stars of the Fast and Furious franchise, who sadly passed away, loved adrenaline, training, and the excitement of combat from a very young age. That's why this famous actor didn't only step on the gas whenever possible, but was also a dedicated practitioner of martial arts. His main disciplines were Muay Thai and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. In fact, he achieved a brown belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. During his funeral, Walker's coach placed a black belt in the actor's coffin, symbolically completing a goal Paul had worked so hard to achieve. 2. Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan is a muscular and tough-looking man who occasionally appears in smaller Hollywood projects, often playing negative characters. However, his main claim to fame today is being one of the largest podcast creators in the world, a well-known comedian, and the longtime commentator for UFC fights. All of these activities somewhat hide the fact that Rogan is actually a serious martial artist. He began practicing Taekwondo in elementary school and worked hard to become a professional competitor. He went on to win several state-level championships and earned a black belt in Taekwondo. Later in life, after building a name in entertainment, Rogan began training under famous instructor Eddie Bravo and achieved impressive results in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. That's why when Joe comments on UFC fights, he truly understands what's happening inside the cage, often as well as the fighters and referees themselves. 3. Katheryn Winnick. There are many photos online of Katheryn Winnick wearing a white gi with a black belt, and that's no coincidence. The Canadian-born actress, known for many Hollywood projects, seriously trained in Taekwondo when she was younger and even planned to pursue a professional career in martial arts. She entered the world of martial arts at just 7 years old, quickly impressing her coaches with her discipline and physical abilities. By the age of 13, she had already achieved a black belt. However, after finishing school and enrolling in university, she shifted her focus away from professional martial arts training. 4. Robert Downey Jr. Next on the list is a true Hollywood heavyweight, Robert Downey Jr., the unforgettable Iron Man who defeated the Titan Thanos on screen. What many people don't know is that Downey trained in the Chinese martial art Wing Chun for many years. He began practicing during his recovery from drug addiction. Martial arts helped him rebuild his life and pull himself out of a destructive path that could have led either to prison or death. Interestingly, Downey showcased his Wing Chun skills quite effectively in the Sherlock Holmes films, where the famous detective defeats his opponents using a calculated and unconventional fighting style. 5. Guy Ritchie. The films of Guy Ritchie became legendary almost immediately after release and cemented his reputation as a brilliant actor, producer, and director. His success may not have been the same if he hadn't practiced martial arts since childhood. Richie began training judo and karate at the age of 7, eventually earning black belts in both disciplines. Later, he transitioned to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, where he trained under legendary instructor Renzo Gracie, one of the founders of modern BJJ. Thanks to his strong martial arts foundation, Richie progressed rapidly and eventually received his 3rd black belt, personally awarded by his teacher. 6. Wesley Snipes. Many believe that the Blade film series marked the beginning of the modern superhero movie era in Hollywood. Wesley Snipes' performance in the fight scenes captivated audiences and amazed viewers with its intensity and originality. At first glance, it seemed almost superhuman, as if his body possessed abilities beyond those of ordinary people. This impressive level of skill comes from Snipes' lifelong martial arts training. He holds a 2nd-degree black belt in Hapkido, a 5th Dan black belt in Shotokan Karate, and has also trained in Jiu-Jitsu, Kung Fu, and Capoeira. That's why his appearance in the 2024 film featuring Deadpool and Wolverine felt so natural and fitting, even though the actor is already 62 years old. Peace to everyone. Did you enjoy the article? Leave a like and subscribe to the channel.